Welcome back everyone. Time to do another comparison this time around between the iPhone 12 mini, which is that brand new iPhone from Apple, versus a phone, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, that actually cost about the same between both of these in the used market. So a used iPhone 11 Pro Max, I'm pretty sure you can pick up for around $800, $700 to $800. If it doesn't cost that now, it'll probably cost in like 2 months. The iPhone 12 mini, brand new, costs $729, but after tax, it's pretty much closer to $800. So let's go and see how both these phones compare. Now, if you want to pick either one of these, I'll find the cheapest ones on Amazon, link them down in the description. You can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now, side by side, you can definitely see that the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a much bigger phone. And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure the iPhone 12 mini can fit inside the whole entire display of this phone. I mean, look at that. That's seriously so impressive. So really it just comes down to which size do you prefer. Now, I will tell you, you're probably getting a better phone overall from the iPhone 11 Pro Max because, first of all, in my opinion, you're getting that beautiful 6.5-inch OLED display. It's an Apple-made display with Samsung or whoever, and it's such a beautiful looking panel. I mean, this is a really good looking phone. It has the notch, which same thing with the 12 mini, so there's not a big difference. You have that curved design on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The 12 mini, as you can see, has that flat design, which some people may prefer this, but with this bigger display, I mean, it doesn't feel a crazy amount bigger. Anything I've ever done with this display was perfectly fine. When I held it in the hand and everything, I have pretty small hands or pretty average hands. Don't leave any comments about it. If I see them, I'm going to cry. But you can see, I mean, like, it feels perfectly fine. Like, the display itself is really, really good. And it's actually higher resolution than the iPhone 12 mini, which has a 5.4-inch Super Retina XDR OLED panel. And I think for the size, this thing is actually a really good sized phone. You know, for a lot of people out there, I feel like they're just picking it up because of the size, but I almost dropped it. But I want you to keep in mind that with that size, there is a pretty big downside, which I'll get into probably later on in this video. But for the most part, it has almost the same features as the iPhone 12. So theoretically, the iPhone 12 mini is going to be getting you faster performance theoretically than the 11 Pro Max, but we'll test that thoroughly. And it's going to be getting you a smaller form factor. So if you don't like big phones, then obviously the 12 mini is a better way to go. In terms of the thickness, you can kind of see, I mean, I don't really know. I think they honestly both feel like the same thickness. That the 11 Pro Max feels bigger, but because of its, bigness, it kind of feels like it's thinner in a way. I don't know why. As you can see, the 12 mini next to it, it's probably thinner, but it doesn't really feel that much thinner, if you guys know what I mean. And on the back, you can see dual camera setup on the iPhone 12 mini, triple camera setup on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Glass backs on both, but you do have that frosted glass back on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which I actually do like a lot more than that standard glass back that you get on the iPhone 12 mini. And you can see, I mean, definitely when it comes down to it, this is a much smaller phone than the 11 Pro Max. Both of them have wireless charging on the back. Both of them have IP certification. This one does have, MagSafe capability, the 12 mini. The 11 Pro Max doesn't. I don't know if that's a big deal. I'm going to stop mentioning it because I don't even think it's that really big. I don't think it's that cool, to be honest. But it really pretty much covers it up in terms of the outside. Now, hitting on the software side, which this is probably going to be one of the bigger differences, the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 mini are both going to be lasting for an insanely long amount of time. It's not like tomorrow these things are going to be outdated, not even next year or the year after. In my opinion, I think the 12 mini is probably going to last until like 2025 or 2026. The iPhone 11 Pro Max is going to last for 2024 or 2025. So it's just going to last 1 year less. And I don't know what's going on with the brightness right now. The sun is just being weird. It's like I'm filming this in heaven. But the iPhone 12 mini is going to be better in terms of software than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. There we go, that's much better. But let's go and do a speed comparison between these two phones. The iPhone 11 Pro Max has that Apple A13 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM, while the iPhone 12 mini has that Apple A14 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one is the faster phone between both of these. Okay, let's come back. And this is literally so funny because it's just like such a big, ginormous phone against such like a smaller phone. It just does not make any sense. Hopefully the 12 mini is faster though because, it's technically a newer phone. Let's go and start loading up App Store. 3, 2, 1. And the 11 Pro Max actually may have been a little bit faster there. Already off to a weird start. Scrolling through, they both look about the same. I don't think there's going to be that big of a difference. And gesture-wise, about the same smoothness too. Phone calls, okay, about the same. Let's do Safari and let's just load up some websites. So I'm already on Apple, so let's just load up Google. 3, 2, 1. And I think the 11 Pro Max was faster to load up that page. Now the sun is being really annoying to me, so I'll try my best to kind of, color grade it a little bit better. But I have a lot of these third-party apps that we can go and get into. Let's do PaperIO 2, 3, 2, 1. And this 12 mini just likes to fly everywhere with that camera module right there. And the 12 mini was a little bit faster for sure. The 11 Pro Max was right behind it, getting into some gameplay. I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference, and I already died here. How did that happen? But I've been testing these thoroughly. I don't think there's going to be that big of a difference at all. Let's do the next one. Let's do stack. 3, 2, 1. And I think the 11 Pro Max may have been a little bit slower than the 12 mini, but it was very close. Let's do Instagram. 3, 2, 1. And I was already loaded up here, so maybe I'll just kind of let that one breathe. It's not a big difference. Tempo Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can see 12 mini looks to be a little bit faster. I'm going to go ahead and change up my brightness so hopefully it doesn't go and mess up my thing, and load all looks good. All right, 12 mini definitely was faster there, and that's what I want to see. I think some people may want me to say like, oh, the 11 Pro Max wants to be fast. I don't really want that to be the case. I want the newer iPhones to be faster. It just happens to be the case that sometimes when the older ones are faster, it just makes me super, super upset, to be honest. BOFA, 3, 2, 1. And again, this 12 mini just keeps shaking right there. And the 12 mini was actually faster there. Hopping out of that, let's do Dropbox. 3, 2, 1. And I don't know which one was faster. I kind of looked away, but I would assume it's probably the 12 mini. Quizlet. 3, 2, 1. Again, the 12 mini faster. iPhone 11 Pro Max a little bit behind. Netflix. 3, 2, 1. And the 12 mini slightly ahead. Very, very close. Snake versus Blocks. 3, 2, 1. And again, the 12 mini faster. iPhone 11 Pro Max a little bit behind. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's a big difference. And I would think that there's probably not going to be. And it's literally like every 2 minutes there's like a new sunset or a new sunrise. It's very weird. Both look very close. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. 12 mini faster. iPhone 11 Pro Max a little bit behind. Getting into some gameplay. I really think they're going to be roughly about the same. I don't think there's going to be that big of a difference, I'm being honest. Let's do Stack, which I already did. Let's do Paper.io, which I don't have. Let's do Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. And I think the 12 mini is going to be faster, and it was faster to load that up. The 11 Pro Max a little bit slower. I kind of forgot which phone I was comparing, but that one was actually pretty obvious. Twitter. 3, 2, 1. Oh, both were very close. Facebook. 3, 2, 1. 12 mini was a little bit faster there. Snapchat. 3, 2, 1. 12 mini I think was faster there too. Let's end it off with Road Racing 3. 3, 2, 1. And maybe the 12 mini, I don't know. And the 12 mini was the faster one. The 11 Pro Max a little bit behind. And this is basically how I'll sum up this comparison, the speed comparison. Let me just tell you like this, okay? Because I know some people are going to watch this on my main channel or on my third channel. I'm going to just tell you right now. I would not upgrade from an iPhone 11 Pro Max to a 12 mini or an iPhone 11 Pro Max to an iPhone 12 because of the speed. I've compared a lot of iPhones in my day. It just does not make any sense. There may be some other reasons for you to upgrade, maybe because of the size of it, maybe. But I mean, they both are restarting the same. They both have the same amount of RAM. I just tested the speed. Theoretically, yes, the iPhone 12 mini is a little bit faster, but I would not spend the money or go through the hassle of restarting and getting a new phone and all that. I just kind of tested here that the 12 mini actually restarted that app where the 11 Pro Max was able to keep that. Let's go and do this one. Both were able to keep it. I mean, I can definitely tell you when it comes down to it. Even the 12 mini, I mean, look again. The 11 Pro Max was able to keep that app in the background. The 12 mini had to restart. They both had the same amount of RAM, and that does not make any sense to me. And I also saw that the iPhone 12 also had the same problem too with a couple apps as well. So that is another pretty big issue in my opinion. And I already talked about this in another video that I'm probably dropping today, but it's just another example of the 12 mini's horrible RAM management. So when it comes down to it, the 11 Pro Max may be a little bit slower, but it's just so slight that you won't even notice it day by day. It's not even existent. But also, the RAM management is better on the 11 Pro Max, which is very weird. So 12 mini speed, 11 Pro Max for the RAM management. Let's go ahead on the cameras. As stated before, dual camera setup on the iPhone 12 mini, 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide. With the 11 Pro Max has a triple camera setup, the 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel wide, then 12 megapixel telephoto lens. In terms of the UIs on both, exactly the same. They're both running iOS, so it's going to look exactly the same. They have pretty much the same features, 4K at 60 on the back, 4K at 60 on the front as well. And that's really cool features that both these phones support. Now, one huge advantage of the iPhone 11 Pro Max is that it does have the capability of having that telephoto lens, which the iPhone 12 mini does not have. And from many comparisons I've done with the cameras, including the 11 last year and the 12 this year, there really wasn't that big of a difference in my opinion between the 12 and the 11 or even the 12 mini to the 11 Pro Max in terms of the quality, the software enhancements and stuff. There may be a couple, enhancements there, but the 11 Pro Max I think is a great camera still, and with its triple camera setup, that really makes it a strong candidate against the iPhone 12 series for sure. And with the iPhone 12 mini, as expected, I mean, this is the cheapest offering that Apple made this year for the iPhone 12 series. And I can definitely tell you, I mean, it's a good camera. For the size, it's really impressive. But I don't think it's as good as the 11 Pro Max because of that telephoto lens. If this thing had a telephoto lens, it'd probably be better. I don't think software enhancements are good enough. I think there's a lot more capability from the 11 Pro Max camera than the 12 mini. But even if not, there's just not that big of a difference between these two. These things are very, very close when it comes down to it. So I'll probably tell you, the 12 mini may have better quality or whatever, but it's almost exactly the same. And I'd rather have the 11 Pro Max camera with that telephoto lens than the 12 mini. But I will do a full camera comparison at some point. And I'll also do a full battery comparison at some point too, but I'll quickly hit on them. The iPhone 12 Pro Max is going to have the better battery life. I'll do a full battery comparison, but it's just no competition. That's one thing you're kind of giving up with the 12 mini. With that size, its smaller size, you're getting a smaller size battery too, which kind of sucks if I'm being honest. So to kind of sum up this video and to answer the question, should you pick up the 12 mini? Should you pick up the 11 Pro Max? Well, let me tell you some pros and cons for the 11 Pro Max first. First of all, it's a great phone. It's a flagship that's a year old. It's going to have more bells and whistles than a lot of phones out there. You're getting super long software support, which is awesome. The camera setup is great. The frosted glass back and the premiumness feeling of it. It doesn't feel like a last year flagship phone. It feels like a current $1,000 phone, maybe $1,000 plus. This phone feels better than the Galaxy S20 Ultra, which costs a ton of money. Even the Note 20 Ultra, this phone feels more premium than in my opinion. The display on this phone is amazing. It's killer. It's huge. The battery size on this phone is amazing as well. And there's really not that much to hate on it. It's a very safe phone. You know, there's great battery life, there's great performance, there's great everything. And RAM management seems to be better on the 11 Pro Max than on the iPhone 12 mini. But looking on this phone, I mean, I can definitely tell you there's a lot of pros and cons for the iPhone 12 mini as well. The size, I feel like, is one of the biggest assets for it. I feel like a lot of people are just going to pick it up because of its smaller size. And I can definitely see that. The flat size on it make it feel a lot more premium too than a lot of other phones, but I still like the curved architecture on the older phones. You have a dual camera setup, which is awesome, the MagSafe capability, which is really cool as well, and you also still have a very small notch design phone. And both these phones are pretty much designed the same. On the front, you're just getting a smaller panel, which, like I said before, some people may prefer. Now you are giving up a couple things with the 12 mini, a smaller display, getting smaller battery size, but to some people, and the telephoto lens, but to some people that may totally be okay because you're getting a smaller phone. And the good thing about the 12 is that it doesn't sacrifice anything in terms of the performance from the 12, so it's not like a slower phone or anything like that. And in some cases, if it was between these two, to kind of answer the question, I mean, I would rather pick up an iPhone 11 Pro Max than an iPhone 12 mini. I don't really care about the year less of software updates, if any, because it's not going to happen right now. It's going to happen years and years from now, and by then, I'd probably go and upgrade my 11 Pro Max. The performance was extremely close between these two. RAM management seemed to be better here. The battery life is going to be better on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So it's really up to you, but I would probably tell you I would rather have an iPhone 11 Pro Max than an iPhone 12 mini. But again, the choice is yours. If you like a smaller phone, then go for the 12 mini. But I think if you can, kind of get by with a bigger display, I would just recommend trying out an 11 Pro Max. It's probably the same price, if not a little bit cheaper than the 12 mini. And it just kind of makes sense to me. You're getting a bigger display, better phone in some cases, better battery life. It's worth a shot for sure. And I'd rather have this phone than this phone in my opinion. But that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly, everything else, every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.